Well, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. All you lovely people I see out there. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome back. And it's always a pleasure to see all of you. Excuse me. Always a pleasure to see you all. Mods, thank you so much for being here. I see you're here in force. You've been doing a great job, and I appreciate you. Hello, Justice for Kylo. I will be praying for you, my friend. I was reading up in the comments, and you will be in my thoughts and my prayers. Keep us posted, please. The reward, I put the link in the chat for the new flyer for the reward. It is now $447,000, $447,000. And we are speaking of Sebastian Rogers, missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee, last seen February 25th, 2024, reported missing February 26, 2024. So we are 13 months and 6 days into 13 months and 5 days since we have last seen Sebastian. We need to locate Sebastian and bring him home. How is everyone today? Hello, Jen in Georgia. Hello, Hot Dam. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for commenting and inviting your sister to hear our shows. Thank you so much. If you have a friend who loves true crime, please let them know about our channel. Let them know we're drama free. We stay focused. Hello, all I need is Jesus. How are you? Are there any North Carolina connections to Sebastian? I'm going to answer questions before we get started today. Don't forget, later on today, we will be picking it up again, reading the new RICO, the emergency hearing. We just started yesterday and then stopped so we could go over to Seth's live, which was phenomenal. A man with a mission. I don't have enough good things to say about yesterday, or I have so many good things to say about yesterday's stream. Sorry, y'all. I'm kind of stumbling over my words today, aren't I? So yesterday was, but I don't know if there's any North Carolina connections to Sebastian. If anyone knows that, will you answer that in the chat, please? Thank you. Robin, I totally agree. It was an amazing live. And hi, Stephanie. It was an absolute amazing live. Hello, Genia Stevens. Seth is a man on a mission. He conducted himself so well. He communicated his message and his goal so well. And he is given a call to action. We have one goal, and that's to bring Sebastian home and get justice. He has posted on his community post contact numbers for every state in the United States. And he wants us to send out flyers, make phone calls. I'm going to verify with Seth exactly what he wants done. And we as a team can start helping him out. Flyers need to go out, phone calls he was talking about. So he has a whole list of all the contacts, every state in the nation. So Sebastian's Army, let's get into action. Let's do our part if we can, if we're able. We all have different talents. Get flyers out, whatever it is. But please go to Seth's posts. I will clarify today exactly what he would like us to do. And we will get started. Okay. And I'm writing that down right now that I will reach out so we have clarification to exactly what we're going to be doing. Because we can send flyers, we can call whatever he needs. I just want to make sure we're fulfilling what he hopes to have accomplished with these addresses and phone numbers. A man on a mission. He handled himself so very well, so very well. I was so impressed. It's hard. We get emotional in these shows, right? I mean, you've seen me go where we're just talking normally and it just makes me so mad that I'm just like, how can you? It's so utterly ununderstandable, some of the things going on around this case, right? So it was really nice. I'm glad Seth, he didn't provide any new news, which I knew. I knew no new news was coming, but I'm glad he got out there, because what Seth did last night is he shifted the focus back to Sebastian, in my opinion. Off of, we're all still interested in the RICO. Yes, we're all still interested in everything. Yes, we all know SF is gone. Well, so he says. We all know all of that's going on. But right now, Seth took that focus back to Sebastian. And although we're going to be going over that RICO and all of the exhibits too, because we're just reading the initial, what it's telling us. Here's what it's telling us. We're our complaint we need relief from. We're in that part. And then it says, see these exhibits. Well, we're just reading the complaints, what they need relief from right now. And it began with the court case from February 18th in Pennsylvania. If you recall, with Joseph Lesniak there, Nick, all of them were there. And I believe Barbecue Lady was there, and Granny's watching, and SF, if I'm not mistaken. Well, what we've read so far is the document is alleging that there were recordings going on in court supporting streams and things like that, photography that there was no permission for. So that's where we ended. The next place we're going to pick up is they're talking about the Nancy Grace interview. Remember the one that we heard the audio of it from the podcast, but we did not get to see the actual full interview. And so that's where we left off. So definitely, please hit that subscribe and that notification bell, because we're going to pick that back up tonight, okay, or later today. I need to take my dogs to the dog park in between. So Seth did a great job last night. I appreciate all of you who were there to support him. He had over 3,000 people in the audience, and just there was a lot of love and very little hate, friends. I don't think I saw much hate. The mods did great. What else can I say? They are one thing I want to talk about what Seth said, and we are going to watch a little bit of Seth's interview together. The one thing I want to talk about is he mentioned Jen Coffindaffer. Tony did. And Tony said, because Jen had done an interview where she said, in her opinion, it was Sebastian's case is just right above cold. Well, Tony said Jen has many strategies, and we know Jen Coffindaffer's 2.5 decades with the FBI, still going strong with teaching classes and helping us in our true crime community. She's just an amazing advocate here. I think we're very lucky to have her. And what they said is she does use strategies, and they are working very closely with Jen. She uses strategies. She's very trained as to how she does and says the things she does. Because what Tony said is this is far, 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 far from being cold. There is lots of evidence out there. Okay, there's mountains of evidence out there. And he said it is far, far, far from being cold. And I pray to goodness that's the case. Okay, because we haven't, Sumner County's never reached out to FBI to come in. And I wish that it happened. It hasn't. Hopefully they have I'm sure they have their reasoning why they haven't done it. But before they let it go cold, I would certainly hope that they do that. And if it's some reasoning with paperwork, whatever it might be, let's put Sebastian over that at all times and make sure that the best is done for Sebastian. The very best we can do to locate him and get him justice. Hello, Brenda Sue, Charlene McPike, Wendy M., Mary Harris, Noni McPoppins. I love your name. I always love saying it. Gypsy, you're doing the dishes. Hello, my friend. Show Poodles, Jen in Georgia. Hi, Zipper. Maduke Hamill. We have a couple of new names in here I'm seeing. Hello, Roxy R. Justice for Kylo. Brown Eyed Girlies. Oh, it's so good to see you. So good to see all of you. Hello, Michelle Scott and Too Many Shoes. Hot damn, hello again to you and your sis. Thank you for joining us. We have some new viewers in here today, and I'm just so thrilled. Hello, Miriam M. All my mods, thank you. Hi, Tammy Erickson. Wendy. Prayer Warrior, good morning. It's almost noon there. It's almost noon here, too. West End, hello. The Rube, love it. Hello, Frank. How are you? Hi, Mini Panthers. Okay, yes. So I just want to I'm glad you asked that, Mini Panthers. We have people who with eye issues who are using all caps. We're going to let them in the chat, okay? Mini Panthers is one of them. Genius Stevens is one. There's two others that I can think of. Okay, we're not going to worry about that for the algorithm. My putting all caps in my titles, which I do, is probably affecting the algorithm more. I've just recently learned. So let me change that as far as my title typing, and we'll go ahead and let those with the eye issues, all caps. Mari Kari Cami, and thank you for letting me know, those of you. Mini Panthers, do you see you have a new addition to your name today next to you? Hello, Ginger Girl's mom. KP has family in North Carolina. Thank you, Ginger Girl's mom. All I need is Jesus. KP has family in North Carolina. Hi, Tracy. Hartu. I'm anxious to know. Now, if you watched Seth's last night, you learned that quite shortly before Seth went live, he had been notified that someone in Kentucky believes they saw Sebastian in a doctor's office. And when Seth was getting off the live, he was going to be investigating that. He already had someone in Kentucky ready to go check it out, help him out there. So prayers, please, Lord, could that be Sebastian? You know, we always have to have hope, and I want to communicate that to everyone. Let's keep our hope. I know that we're being realistic in many ways, but I want to keep our hope because we don't know. And if your little heart skipped a beat when I said there was a possible sighting of Sebastian in a Kentucky doctor's office, then you have hope. Okay? Then you have hope if your heart skipped a beat. So don't give up on that hope. We'll be there. We'll be there for Seth if it goes the other direction. Yes, we will. And I don't like to say it that way because it sounded like a quote from someone else in this case that I don't like to sound like. But we will be there for Seth and Sebastian regardless. But if you got that little flutter in your heart when I said a possible sighting in Kentucky, you have hope. And we have hope. And that's why we need this call to action. I'd like us to answer. Anyone who's willing to help out, jump on board. Okay. There's also a website now. Oh goodness, I can't remember any of you in the chat, do you remember the volunteer website for Seth? I wrote them down. They're on my other phone. I'll look them up and I'll post them today, okay? Because there are, Seth has a volunteer site for you to reach out to, as does At Night, and they're working together, as does At Night, for you to reach out and be able to assist and volunteer in the search for this young man, Sebastian Waindrick Rogers, who is 16 years old now, was 15 when he was reported missing. We are going to go ahead and get to the flyer. Hello to everyone. Nicey Marie, blessings. Miriam M. Anyone I haven't too many shoes. Lori 626. If I haven't said welcome into you personally, I do appreciate that each and every one of you are here spending your Sunday, this 30th day of March with me. And remember, hit the subscribe notification because later today we're going to continue with the RICO exhibits. We're going to continue with the RICO and then get to the exhibits, the emergency hearing. Hello, everyone. Hello, Teresa Stott. Beautiful day in West Coast of England. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's get to the new flyer. We do know that The reward has been raised to $447,000. And again, as exciting as that is, which it is, I'm always a little taken back that no one is stepping forward to claim almost $500,000. If you knew something before and you were afraid to say something, if you saw something before and you were afraid to say something, if you have been threatened not to say something, here are 500,000 reasons to say something. Ask for protection if you have to from law enforcement, but it's time to help, to speak up, not to sit on what you know. Please. There's almost $500,000. It is more than life-changing. Help change this search. Tell what you know, please. Please, it is time. Let's read this new flyer, my friends. Welcome into everyone. Let me get my phone near you. Yesterday, we had the honor and pleasure of having not only Seth Rogers in here, Sebastian's father, which is always a pleasure that he chooses to come in here, but also we had Dog the Bounty Hunter with us yesterday. So it was a great day yesterday here in our Crime Time Buzz community. Hi, Michael Johnson. Hello, everyone. Let's go ahead and, hi, Kitty Catty. Let's go ahead and get to our new flyer for Sebastian. And this is from Seth's channel. And if you have not yet subscribed to Seth's channel, please go over and do so. He is the father of this wonderful young man that we have been talking about, searching for, thinking about, praying for, spreading awareness for 13 months. And let's go ahead and sub to his channel. He has wonderful little videos of Sebastian on there in chorus and at SeaWorld, things like that. Just a great channel. He's there for the right reasons. And I'd love it if you would go over and support him. Missing Teen, a review of surveillance footage of Sebastian Rogers. And friends, I like to read it each time because they've changed things about his medical needs and other things. So I like to reread when we have a new flyer because things do adjust. A review of surveillance footage of Sebastian Rogers from February 25th, 2024 in Henderson, Tennessee suggests he may be in danger. The reward is $447,000. Call Dog. Information sought by Dog the Bounty Hunter. Sebastian is 16, has medical conditions including autism. He was last seen February 25th, 2024. Call 844-922-3236. I love this. I had not seen this picture until last night, so I used it on our thumbnail. I love it. He's such a handsome young man. So I want everyone to really look at him. Someone you asked yesterday in the show if we could get people to do age, like a little age progression. We're a year down now. I know National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, they do it after 2 years, but we may have facial hair. Do you remember during the Summer Wells case, someone released, and it wasn't the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. It was someone else who was following the case had released Summer with different hairstyles and hair colors. And someone had suggested that last night as well. And so Seth had written that down too. And I thought that was because that was really helpful in Summers to be able to see how she might look. Because remember, she was basically bald when she left us the last time we saw her. And her Amber Alert photo, of course, did not represent what she looked like at the time. So people were, doing different hairstyles and colors because their hair can be dyed. Sebastian could have, literally, he could have a goatee right now. We don't know. And Jace, thank you so much for gifting a membership for our reunions. They are Saturdays, Eastern time. I'm trying to get one out today. but I'm not sure if we're going to, because I want to continue with the RICO and also talk about the Lori Vallow case, because her trial here in Arizona begins tomorrow, and she is representing herself, my friends. So that will be quite a show. You know, if you can either sit at the table and sit quietly for 2 months during your trial or get up and perform, I guess she's chosen to get up and perform. So, hi, Gina Marie. Hello, Christy Smith, Busy Mama. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you saying it's a great channel. You're all great people. 500,000. Someone's got to come forward. And then hi, Austin. It's good to see you. I'm adding to my description that he is believed to be alive and possibly hidden under a different name or birth certificate. I'm hoping it makes people more curious and observant. I like that. And where are you putting that, Austin? When you're talking to people about him? I love that. I love that, because we don't know, right, Austin? We just don't know. That could absolutely be the case. Okay. Please thank NJs if you received one of the gifted memberships. I'm going to be learning over my spring break how I can gift memberships. And then I'm writing that down again. Then I will be gifting memberships. From what I understand, we get a sum to gift and can give some extras to you. So I will be doing all that. Hi, Castle. Good to see you. So Seth received a gifted membership yesterday, and I want to thank all of you for doing that, because I just was thrilled that Sebastian's father got a membership. And Jays, thank you so much for your generosity. And anyone whoever received that, please thank NJs for growing the family. Let's get on back to our new flyer. So now has medical conditions, including autism. Loving the new picture here, just loving it. Have you seen me? Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers vanished February 25th, 2024 after dinner in Hendersonville, Tennessee. And just so you all know, leaving the Texas Roadhouse, if you are new to this case, that evening, leaving the Texas Roadhouse around 6:24 to 6:26, exiting with his mother in her Infiniti. Allegedly, it looks like her Infiniti. In her Infiniti, the baby blue, and there's two that look alike in this case. So in her Infiniti, leaving the Texas Roadhouse is last proof of life. The last time Sebastian has been seen by anyone other than his mother, who claims to have gone home with him. Only the two of them were in the home that night. They locked the doors. She said goodnight to Sebastian. That was the last she saw of him. She woke up in the morning. He was not there, and the doors were still locked. Law enforcement has said no signs of breaking and entering. There has been no scent that led from the home, no eyewitnesses that we know of, and no CC footage that has been verified by law enforcement to us. But then again, they haven't verified the flashlights to us either. So let's go ahead and continue. Flashlights, for those of you new, were in the backyard area of Sebastian Rogers' home the night he went missing. Unexplained lights moving around. He was born December 7th. He's 5'5" at the time he went missing. I would assume he is taller than. It says blonde or brown hair, brown or hazel eyes. I tried to get a little clarification last night as to the brown or the hazel eyes. You know, are they brown? Are they hazel? And it could be that his eyes change. I have a child whose eyes go from brilliant blue to green. The disappearance. He was last seen at the Texas Roadhouse with his mother. They are remaining on the lookout. In Tennessee, we are to remain on the lookout. The United States, nearby the Canadian border, campgrounds, state parks, and rest stops. And we together watched that rest stop video. We together watched that rest stop video a couple of months ago about how what you can see in rest stops, how it could go down, right? Hello, Seth. Welcome in. It's so good to have you, and you did an absolute phenomenal job last night. A man on a mission. You were composed, direct. You shared information. Very proud of how you conducted yesterday's live, and everyone's talking about it. You just did a fabulous job, Seth, and thank you for joining us today. Thank you so much for being here with us. The disappearance of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Oh, and also we're keeping an eye on campgrounds, state parks, and rest stops. So if you're traveling and you stop at a rest stop, look around, pay attention. If you're a camper like I am and you're at a campground, pay attention, look around. State parks, we know a lot of crime happens in state parks. Pay attention when you're hiking in those state parks. Okay. Sebastian is autistic, high functioning. If you see Sebastian, you are to dial 911. Also, email tips to mostwanted@manhunts.one. Okay. The disappearance of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers marks over 1 year as of March 2025. The search remains active. On February 25th, 2025. Hold on, I'm going to pause right there for a second because I do have a question for Seth. Seth, with the addresses and all the information you put on your posts, would you like us to send flyers and make phone calls? What would you like us to do as Sebastian's Army? Please let us know, because I'm in Arizona, so I'll take the Arizona Department of Transportation. I can call, I can send flyers. You tell me what you would like us to do, because we are going to get on it. Oh. Seth says, thank you, everyone. I just pray that more people are aware of Sebastian so that he may be found and brought home. Amen to that. So we are on it. We are going to call. We are going to send flyers if that's what you'd like us to do. Anything else, please, please tell us. We will make those calls. We will send those flyers. Hey, Seth, good to see you. You just were amazing last night in the hardest of circumstances. You just never cease to amaze me, sir. Our hearts, our prayers, our thoughts are with you, Sebastian, and your loved ones. We are going to bring him home, and we are going to get justice. Thank you so much, Hot Damn, for that sweet donation. You are so, so sweet. I will be heading to Starbucks with that. Thank you so much. I did put a link to the new flyer. Ginger Girl's mom also has it linked. Hi, CB in Canada. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's continue. Hi, C. Taylor. Hi, Michelle Lee. We do know that information does get adjusted in these flyers. So I want to draw to our attention, it's not always just the reward amount that changes. And please share this far and wide. I do know that I have been speaking to some friends of mine. One of my teacher friends, she's in Texas. I have family in Utah, and none of whom knew about Sebastian's case. They do now, and they are following it now. I have a brother now who wakes up and follows the case. So let's talk it up. Let's get Sebastian's face out there. We can find him. And if you're traveling, airports, anywhere, look around. He may have different hair style, may have different hair color, may have a goatee. We don't know. Could have a mustache, could have a beard, could have colored contacts in. We do not know. So we're going to stay vigilant and aware. Let's keep reading, and thank you all for being here. We will be continuing with the emergency hearing later today and the exhibits. It'll be a few-part series. And don't forget, tomorrow, Lori Vallo's trial here in Arizona starts. So we'll be taking care of that too, following that. So the disappearance of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers marks over 1 year as of March 2025. The search remains active. On February 25th, 2025, the reward for information leading to his safe return surged to $347,000, fueled by Dwayne Dog the Bounty Hunter Dog's involvement to find the now 16-year-old Tennessee teenager. Sebastian was last seen on February 25th, 2024, departing Texas Roadhouse with his mother in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Then 15, Sebastian stood 5'5", weighed about 120 pounds, and had blonde or brown hair with brown or hazel eyes. So it's probably much like my son's. Tried to ask you, Seth, are they brown or are they hazel in yesterday's chat, but you had over 3,000 in there. Now my son's turned from blue to green. So it could, depending on his moods, and sometimes a little gray. So that could be why we're seeing the change. And remember, his hair had a little bit of like a sandy brown to it. So maybe that's where we're getting a little bit of the blonde in there too. It says he was wearing a black sweatshirt. Now, from we know it's a black long sleeve t-shirt, but we do not know what emblem was on it. Okay. Black sweatpants that allegedly have a white stripe down the sides, and black square framed glasses. Sebastian has high functioning autism and a rare chromosomal syndrome, conditions that may challenge but not impede, meaning it won't stop his ability to return home unassisted. It could challenge him, but it won't stop his ability to return home unassisted. Well, some speculate he needs medication, possibly for managing potential seizure risks tied to his syndrome. No evidence confirms it's life-saving or that he'd face immediate harm without it. So if you go ahead and you reverse back to Craddock in the beginning, and it's what he was shared in the very early hours of the search. Craddock and Widener were out there searching, and they said, this is serious. He's on medication. And the reporter said, well, what does that mean? He said, I don't know what will happen, but we've been told it's serious. So they were worried about that medication piece, you know. And remember when Dog came in, Dog was worried about how Sebastian was doing, because Dog came in back in September. We were down the road, and he was worried because no pharmacy had filled that medication, right? So they were worried about survival at that point, or how he was feeling. But now we find out that it's not going to be that kind of a medical emergency, right? And unless maybe a seizure may come on, right? So it's not life-threatening. His health concerns center on long-term care rather than acute dependency. And I love that they have inserted this statement into these flyers now, because that's just, wow, that is very impactful, everyone, and that's important. As an educator, when I read that statement speaks volumes to me. His health concerns center on long-term care rather than acute dependency. That is a great sentence to be in there. On March 29, 2025, at night, and Dog the Bounty Hunter enhanced the reward to $447,000. $500,000, baby. Come forward. If you need money to do the right thing, please, it's there. $500,000 for the safe return of Sebastian and the apprehension of those responsible. So the reward is for the safe return of Sebastian and the apprehension of those responsible. Intelligence gathered over the past year suggests Sebastian expressed feelings of unease days leading up to his arrest. So the days leading up to his disappearance, he had expressed unease. And remember, so that's not just at the Texas Roadhouse. That's not just at the Texas Roadhouse where he seemed uneasy. It's the days leading up. Intelligence gathered has shown that he expressed feelings of unease. Let's say it again. Intelligence gathered over the past year suggests Sebastian expressed feelings of unease days leading up to his disappearance, making it critical to investigate his final known movements, including his time at Texas Roadhouse in Hendersonville, Tennessee. It is extremely possible, and this is underlined, that he may have, and that is underlined, been coerced or manipulated, potentially leaving him missing without realizing it, isolated from external communication like internet, phone, and television. And that's so true. And people say, well, he could be off the grid. But also, we have Amish communities that fit that profile, right? We have Amish communities that fit that profile. So it is reasonable, and they're saying extremely possible. Okay. And if he doesn't know he's missing and he's been told something and manipulated and taken advantage that and doesn't have access, I don't know. You know, one thing, I'm going to pause there for a second and I will come back. When, out here in Arizona, Daniel Robinson's missing. And I helped his father search for him in the desert. David, he's a wonderful man. And I also helped him in the homeless communities in Phoenix getting flyers out. Okay. But what my point is he went missing in the desert. Okay. The point is that I was talking to some kids around here and millennial age, and many of them shared the theory of the organic camps. They said, well, if I were wanting to disappear, and this is a child choosing to disappear, if I were wanting to disappear, I would go to those organic work camps. They're free to live at, I believe, and is what the kid said. And you work for your food, things like that. And they're all over. I know they're all over the West Coast. I don't know about the East Coast. So that was something that I learned in looking for Daniel Robinson, is that the kids that I talked to about it, because Daniel was around that age with them, that's what they had said, that they would be, if they were wanting to hide out, they would go to one of those, organic work camps. It's not a work camp. I don't know the name of it right now off the top of my head, but you sign up to go there and it's a community, and there are waiting lists for many. So that would be another place if someone were hiding with a child could go to. And I don't know what level of identification that they need for those. I don't know. But it's something we maybe need to look into for Daniel and all these kids. So when we do have missing kids, we know that's something that's out there as well, right? Let me go ahead and say some thank yous to my dear friends here. Raymond Thomas, you are so sweet. I'm a truck driver. I run New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, and can put flyers in rest areas in those states. Oh, Raymond, oh my goodness. That would be such a blessing, Raymond. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York. That would be such a blessing. Do you have flyers, Raymond? And Seth says, get his picture, name out to everyone we can. Sebastian is waiting to be found. Amen. You gave your friend a digital flyer, prayer warrior. Thank you. She's traveling from Oregon to Alabama and left today. Thank you. I hope she circulates it. You're all amazing, Sebastian's Army. Sebastian's Army. I would absolutely appreciate that so much. You putting those out at the rest stops. Thank you so very much. Those of you passing flyers along to people traveling, absolutely. You know what? I just thought of something. I have a friend in Puerto Rico this weekend, and she follows the case now because of me, and because of our channel, but I will actually forward her the new digital flyer and see what they can do with that out there. Great thinking, everyone. We are Sebastian Strong. Yes, Seth, you did a great job last night. Everyone's just so thrilled. Love and prayers. Man of strength, man on a mission, a man who's not going to stop. And I think whoever did this did not estimate that they would be dealing with Seth Rogers. And the reason I say that is Many people who would do something like this with a child to a child, they don't understand the tenacity behind a parent with unconditional love, right? The person or people or whomever is involved in this, they didn't, they underestimated Seth because Seth has unconditional love. And that unconditional love will drive him as long as he needs to be driven to find Sebastian. And the people who did this, in my opinion, are incapable of understanding unconditional love. Therefore, they did not realize it was going to get this big. They thought it maybe was going to go away. They thought maybe everyone would fall for the runaway child story, but they did not plan for the roaring voice of Seth Rogers. Let's get back to our flyer. And Seth, let us know. I know you want us to put out flyers to those numbers you gave us in the States, but the phone calls, what do you want us to do when we call? Follow up and say we're sending a flyer and all of that. Just give his information out because I'll cover those numbers in Arizona. Okay. So it is extremely possible that he may have been coerced or manipulated, potentially leaving him missing without realizing it. Isolated from external communication like internet, phone, television. So just think if you go to one of those, I'm just throwing out a scenario, a theory, a hypothesis that came up during Daniel Robinson. If you were at one of those crop camps and you're working with a community and a group of people and you went there with someone who says, we're going on an adventure, and they don't have phones, they don't have internet, they don't have TVs, and you think you're on an adventure with someone, right? And you think your parents know, everyone knows you're safe. I told them we signed up for this. So there are ways people can be vulnerable. Vulnerable people can be manipulated, tricked, and unvulnerable people can be too. We know that. So anything's possible. And to our truck driver friend, bless you for putting those up at the rest stops. Thank you. See, let's keep going. Yet, based on current intelligence, there's no indication he is harmed or deprived of his basic needs. Theories of him being lost in the woods or on a boat in a lake have been dismissed, and he is considered alive until proven otherwise to his father, Seth Rogers, and immediate loved ones. Yes, and I want to talk to you about this. I've told some of you who I've talked to on the phone about this. If this were my child, no one would be able to tell me my child were no longer with us unless they proved it to me. Unless there was proof my child was not with us, that would have been proof of life to me too. That is a parent, you know? So I get it. We're looking for Sebastian. There's nothing to prove he's been not getting his basic needs, nothing to prove anything other than we last saw him at Texas Roadhouse. Well, we last saw him on footage at Texas Roadhouse, right? So we don't know, friends. So let's keep the hope. We have no idea how creative whoever took Sebastian is. Okay. So I don't know. I hadn't heard the theory of him. I heard the Lost in the Woods one, but on a boat in a lake had been dismissed, and he is considered alive until proven otherwise to his father, Seth Rogers, and immediate loved ones. If you have any information, contact the Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838, TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND, or tips to TBI at tbi.tennessee.gov, or submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. The FBI has offered up to $50,000 as part of the reward. At Night Intelligence operates independently of law enforcement, deploying its own resources and intelligence capabilities to locate Sebastian. Dog's team remains deeply involved, leveraging confidential sources to pursue new leads. Contact Dog's team at 833-TELL-DOG. Email mostwanted@manhunts.one. Or call and text 844-922-3600. 3236 with any tips. And that is our new flyer. And what I want to do real quick is I want to show you. Let me get up here. Let's see here. Hold on one second. I'm just going to stop sharing for a second because I want to show you his post where Seth has posted information. One sec. Let me stop this. Send it. Go to here. So lots that we can do now. Our Army, we have just begun. We have just begun. We have so much more we can be doing. And we won't stop till everyone knows. We need everyone to recognize Sebastian. Okay, so what we have here is Seth's community posts. Oops, let me hide this. Thank you for leaving messages for Seth, you all. That's very sweet. Very, very sweet. Thank you, Seth, for being in here. So on Seth's community post, he has information for each state, okay, and contact information for each state. So, well, I see it's gone up to 40, it looks like. But we have Alabama. We'll open it for you. I'll open it for you. So there's Alabama, Alaska, Arizona. And let's show you. It's the law enforcement agency, their contact information, mailing address, physical address. So you can drop a flyer off if you're in Alabama here. You could mail one here. Any of us could. Okay. We can call and let them know there's a flyer on their way. We could get a fax number when we call and fax a flyer immediately. We can use Hal Taylor as a contact, maybe say, attention Hal Taylor, the secretary. Okay. And then same with Alaska. It's the Department of Public Safety. We have their address. Flyers could be sent. And their physical address is the same. Their colonel is Mo Hughes. There's a contact right there. That's key personnel. Here's your public information office. This is a phone number to call. Providing public information, we can call there. You can email here a flyer, right? We can fax a flyer. I'm gonna take this one. I'll take Arizona, y'all, since I'm here. Yesterday, I'll take this. It doesn't mean I'm gonna put a flyer up everywhere in Arizona. I'll contact this information in Arizona. If you're in Arizona, please hit hotels near airports, anywhere you are. Please put flyers up in hotels near airports, rest stops, campsites, hospitals, schools, district offices for schools, bus stations, train stations, Greyhound, whatever you have, please. But I'm in Arizona, so I will do this. And we have a dear friend who was on Seth's channel last night, commented that he's going to take Wilcox, Arizona, and put flyers up all over there. So let's just get this nation inundated. So if you're in Arkansas, and you have California. So Seth did a fabulous job. He's already given us the contact information. If you can see where to send it, where to fax it, where to call, public information officers if he has it. So much information there for us, okay? So go to Seth's post. We are his army. Let's get these flyers out. Let's get these email campaigns out. Let's get these phone calls out. Let's talk Sebastian. Say his name so we can bring him home, right? We are going to bring him home. And Seth, since you're in the house, I'm just going to let you know this is full credit to Seth because I'm going to show part of his show from last night. And Thomas, again, I just want to thank you so much for dropping these flyers off in rest areas in New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. That's huge. If we have any other travelers, truck drivers, please do the same. Please, please, please. Caring Spirit, you're so sweet. Caring Spirit said, "This is why I enjoy hanging out here in the bushes. It's so calm and drama-free over here with one goal in mind, finding Sebastian. Hashtag Sebastian's Army." Thank you, Caring Spirit. That is our goal. Okay, here we go. Seth says his eyes change depending on attitude. Okay, just like my child. Hazel to steel blue is his range of shift. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Interesting. And my son goes from brilliant blue to green depending on his mood. And if he's sad, his eyes go gray. So I get that. I'm glad you explained that, Seth. We're learning more and more about Sebastian every day, and that's why we need to continue to talk about him. Hey, Peter Pan 13. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to show a little bit of Seth's show. Seth, you're going to get to watch yourself with us because you did such a great job, and some people did not see it, so I would like to watch it with as a family. Hello, Juicy Jewels. CB, thank you for sharing my email. Hi, Kelly Menke. Gigi. Gigi, my grandchild calls me Gigi. I'm a Gigi. Southern Grammy Crochets. Oh, I love that new photo. I used it on my thumbnail. I just think it's such a great one. And for those of you who don't know which one we're talking about real quick, it's this one. This is I had not seen this before. And it's such a great photo. Handsome young man. Okay, friends, we are going to watch a little bit of Mr. Seth Rogers, who is in the house, I am going to share with you some of this. We're going to I'll let you know where we're going to go.
Listen, State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for cards. No, thank you. I got a friend who told me about computers. There's the YouTube member. How'd you feel about that, buddy?
I didn't hear this. Okay.
Mixed feelings.
I didn't hear it. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Hopefully it gets out there to people and we'll have more people. I don't want anybody to think that I'm not, I appreciate everybody in here.
Hold on, guys.
Well, I know that it's been around. I did do the interview for America's Most Wanted for Sebastian. I do not know when it will air. I do know that I was on it, and from my understanding, they interviewed Chris and Katie as well. So hopefully it gets out there to people, and we'll have more people looking for Sebastian. As soon as I do know when it's going to air, I will definitely let everybody know. It will definitely be on there.
Seth, I just put that in the chat, buddy. It's going to be end of April or 1st of May.
Alrighty. I don't know who else is going to be on there. I just know that they came in and took a lot of pictures of Sebastian's room and my house and Sebastian stuff.
How'd you feel about that, buddy?
Mixed feelings. You know how I am about my house. You know how I am about my sanctuary. You really know how I feel about people going to Sebastian's room.
I do.
It's not one of mine. It's not something I like to be doing, but I will. I will do anything to get Sebastian's name out there. Period. It's all that matters. Getting his name out there to find him and bring him home.
And they specifically requested that, correct?
Yes, they did.
So for those that have not been in your home and certainly haven't been in Sebastian's room,
they'll get a.
What does that look like? Is that you go in and you tidy his room up, or you left it exactly the way it was, or just generally speaking, what does that look like?
I vacuumed his floor. I mean, after I put his room back together, pretty much, you know, didn't really need anything done. His laundry is still on the end of his bed, where he needed to put it away when he came home.
You know, that's just, I don't know why that's doing that when I share a video, my friends. It doesn't do it when I'm on here, but this is my new computer. And last time I shared a video with you all, you had static and had crackling. So I'm going to have to find out what's going on with my new computer. That's weird. So let me go ahead and reiterate. Hi, Valerie. That's really strange. I am having a great Sunday. Thank you, Frank. I hope you are as well. Jen says, I see his intelligence, I see his soul and empathy in his eyes and his, oh, sorry. Oh my goodness. And his smile is contagious. Yes. His strength, his empathy. He's got a mission and he's got it organized for Sebastian's army to jump in and help him out. And I hope that, I know we'll do that. You guys are amazing. Also, things that he spoke about were that they came in. So we will be seeing Sebastian's room. It could be the audio setting. Thank you, Ginger's girl. I'll look because it is a new computer. Otherwise, I'll take it into, what is it called? The geeks at, what do they call them at Best Buy? The geeks or something? I'll take it in there. I'll try speed setting one time. Thank you. I will do that. Seth is, oh, you mean, oh, my speed setting right here, you mean? Okay, let me try it. I will try that. Hold on. Let me try it once in speed setting and see if that does help. It is on one time though. Let's take it off custom and put it on normal maybe. Okay, let's see if that helps. Tell me if it helps.
I got some Christmas gifts that people sent in. They're on his bed as well. His Christmas gifts for me. His birthday gifts that came in. Again, they're on his bed too. So when he comes in, he can see them. It's just,
I will take care of it. I will go into StreamYard. Thank you for your suggestions. I will try noise canceling. I will mess with the speed, but I don't want to do it during this live. Stable audio. What is that? Thank you for letting me know. I don't know what it is when I share a video, but I will try and find out, or I will take it into Best Buy. So what Seth shared is he's going on America's Most Wanted. They did contact him. And they did contact him. And one thing that I find that is absolutely incredibly amazing about Seth is he said to them, I would like you to contact Sebastian's mother also. He's very inclusive, regardless of whether mom wants to be included or not. He's very inclusive of thinking of her. And I really respect that as a parent who shares a child. So there's a lot he could say that he doesn't say. There's a lot of things he could say that he's learned and he hasn't. Aw, Sped Teacher says, I have a Christmas gift and birthday gift for Sebastian. And Grammy H says, we are teaching the teach. Yes, you are. When it comes to technology, I need you all. Thank you. He also talked about that it's not a, Tony mentioned that they're very close, work very closely with Jen Coffindaffer. And that Jen did say, with Jen saying it's just above cold, they know Jen works through strategies and things like that. Remember, she's 25 years plus law, FBI. So she has a law enforcement perspective. So they said she has strategies of her own. What they do believe is it is far, far, far from cold because there's so much evidence. yesterday in our members live, which I did release to the public this morning, we went back and listened to a interview after the landfill where they had said Weatherford, excuse me, sorry. Sheriff Weatherford, rest in peace, had said their next step after the landfill was that they were going to reassess based on what they had found and what they had learned to decide if that meant they needed to return to the landfill or not. So that was something that had kind of went over my head, which is why it's so important to go back, right? So also important to note is, which I didn't remember from that did not remember, is remember we all thought 10 days in, they got to that landfill. I called the landfill. They said it's dropped in a cell and it's crushed and it's moved and it's crushed and it's moved from the moment it hits its cell. So we were concerned because 10 days in that cell crushed and moved, how can you show up and find something, right? So, but no, guess what? They were there the very first day the trash from Sebastian's home reached Kentucky landfill, White Plains, Kentucky landfill. That is really imperative in my opinion. Not only did they track the trash, as one of you pointed out yesterday, they tracked the trash from Sebastian's home to the Kentucky landfill and got there the day it did. And Sonny Weatherford did say, we didn't find what we were hoping to, or something. I'm paraphrasing right there. And then the reporter said, he said, but what we're going to go assess what we did find, or what we found and what we've learned. Now, we all know in order to do that search, they had to have probable cause. Probable cause is someone presenting their evidence and swearing in front of a judge that they believe a crime has been committed, is being committed, will be committed, and evidence to that crime would be found in the landfill. Okay? So I believe something was found. Grammy H, I often wonder myself if it's electronics, because the guys were not in hazmat suits. They weren't. Remember for Quentin Simons, it was like weeks and weeks and weeks, and they knew he had been where he had been put and that he ended up at the landfill. It had taken so long, and they were in those hazmat suits and everything. That did not happen at this one. So I believe they found something, in my opinion, based on what we revisited yesterday. What it is, we don't know, but we do know they had enough evidence to prove a crime had been committed to get that search warrant. Thank you to anyone who is gifting memberships right now. I see all the thank yous coming in. NJ's, thank you again for being so generous. If you received another Crime Time Buzz membership from NJ's, please tell her thank you. And our dear friend Whispering Winds as well, Donna, in my opinion, gifted a Crime Time Buzz membership. And if you receive one, please tell them thank you. Seth, you got one yesterday, and I was just thrilled that you received one if you're still in here. Hey, Tam Natural. So we are going over the interview. Since my audio's odd, I'm going to have to take it in. Jen in Georgia still has the green lights up on her porches for Sebastian. Yeah, I thought it was really awesome that Seth got one grave crime with Grace. Of all the people, I was just so thrilled that he received one. NJ's, thank you, my dear. You're such a sweetie. Thank you so much for the smiley face and the donation. You always make me smile knowing you're in here. More Candy says she can't have a membership while she's in Norway. I didn't know that. Thank you, Lori. You're very kind. I didn't know you can't have a membership while you're in Norway. But you're turned green, which means you are a member. Huh. You're green now in here, Candy, which means you're a member. Interesting. I hope they're all appearing. Glad that all parents are appearing in America's Most Wanted in April. Jen said, Koff said it mentioned it's raw footage. Well, good. And we get to see Sebastian's room. Seth had mentioned that Sebastian's Christmas presents are still on his bed, along with his laundry for him to put away when he returns. Lady Roses, thank you for becoming a member. Everyone, welcome Lady Roses into the family. We are one big happy family here. Interesting. I'm not sure. More candy, that might be a YouTube question. Margaret G. said when they went back the second time, they were looking at something wrapped in white plastic. When they went back, did they go back to the landfill? Oh, when they went back the second day, you mean? The second day? I hope so, Candy. I'd be sad about it too. We love having you. Yes, something was, I believe, in my opinion, based on that they need to assess what they found and learned. I believe that something was. I don't know what it was. I don't know what they learned. I don't know what they found, but I believe they came away with something to help them. And I just want to point out again, wasn't that the construction landfill that showed the white plastic? I don't know. We'll have to go back and watch that. I'll put that down for one of our upcoming lives is to watch that again. Okay. I will put that down. Watch it as a family. We'll watch it as a family on one of our lives coming up. Must be the same for people from New York. I never get a gifted membership. Okay, I did. If you look up something on gifted memberships in Google for YouTube, it tells you that you all have to do something in order to accept memberships, to be one who would receive a membership. There's something you all on your end need to do. Learning about candles and melts. Come on, melt with me. Love the name. Is also a member now. Welcome in. Welcome to the fam. My sense of humor might hurt your feelings. Love it. Please welcome in learning about candles and melts. Come on, melt with me. Cute name. Okay. Is it true they found something in the backyard? I have not heard that, Brianna. I have not heard that. Yes, Joanne, go in. There's something because I was Googling how to gift memberships because I'm trying to learn that so I can also gift memberships. But it said something about receiving memberships. If you want, oh, here we go. Here it is. Click the green. Thank you. All I need is Jesus. Click the green bubble where someone else gifted, and they're the option to receive gifts. And make sure, Grammy H says, make sure to turn on accept gifted memberships. And Jules DeCalli's been gifted a membership several times and has never had to do anything. Good old technology, right, friends? Okay. So they don't believe it's cold. They believe there's a mountain of evidence. We don't know how much is circumstantial. We don't know how much is physical, but I believe there's evidence out there, and I believe they are building a case. One second. I'm going to share this. I believe they are definitely building a case, and that is what is happening. And I think that the longer they take to build this case, if they don't have physical, they will build a strong circumstantial case. And that's my hypothesis. Okay. So we have a reward increase. Call to action. Anyone willing to make calls, send flyers. If you please, the information is on Seth's community post. if you are willing to volunteer, they have a site now on Gmail that, oh goodness, Sebastian's Army. Does anyone know what that was? Seth, if you're in the room, it's on my other phone and I don't have it. But, but there's 2 sites now that you can go on to sign up as a volunteer. And they are Gmails, one's through At Night, one's through Seth. Okay, and it says it's Sebastian's Army at Gmail, but I'm not sure the exact one. Okay. Benny says, after hearing what Tony said about if you all knew what we knew, we know, and him and Seth pushing the flyers, I have 100 hopes Sebastian will be found alive. Keep that hope. Keep that hope. We need hope. Jules to Callie, you're a sweetie. We're growing the family. 5 memberships, 5 memberships. If you receive one, please thank Jules to Callie and join our reunions on Saturdays. Okay. So, yes, if you sell anything online, put flyers in packages. If you're doing bulk mailing of any kind, flyers in your mailings. Departments of Educations, let's get them out to there too. I can work on that as well. The green bubble that just popped up is where to go. All I need is Jesus, Coffee, and True Crime set. Okay. So we are going to also, a couple of things I want to talk about. We have the emergency hearing we're going to be sharing tonight. Also, Lori Vallow hearing starts tomorrow, right? So we are going to be back on this evening, but I was wondering if you would stick around. We are going to go watch Cough's live. Jen Coffindaffer, break the case, because she is referring to the case, she's talking about the case. So if you will stick, I can't show it to you because my audio, goodness gracious. Okay. So I don't want to show it to you because of my audio. Please be sure and thank Jules to Kelly if you receive one of her memberships, and Holly W gifted 5 Crime Time Buzz memberships. Thank you. Thank Holly, Jays. Let me get into everyone. Thank NJ's, Whispering Winds. Bo's been a member for a month. Thank you for all you do, Jay. Thank you, Bo, for your support. Jules to Callie, Holly W, thank them, and NJ's and Whispering Winds if you receive a gifted membership. I thank you to all my loyal members, subscribers, viewers. If you're here for the first time, thank you. I appreciate all of you. Please hit the thumbs up if you'd be so willing. So reward is increased. We're going to go on a flyer campaign. We're going to go on a calling campaign. We are going to bring him home, right? And Lady Roses just said that. Thank you for the donation. Bring handsome Sebastian Rogers home. We are going to bring him home. We are not going to quit until we do. And friends, no matter how long it takes, we're here. No matter how long it takes, we are here. Because this young man deserves that from all of us. Seth, if you're still in here, we're praying for you. We're thinking of you today. Please let me know specifically if there's anything else I can do. Mama, thank you so much for gifting this Crime Time Buzz membership. Also, thank Mama if you received one. Lots of gifted memberships going out. Thank you. Thank you for your kindness, your generosity, all of you. And really, thank you so much. Thank you so much for how much you care for Sebastian Rogers. Have your kids challenge classmates to pass flyers. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. We're already on break, but I could certainly do a challenge with them. Yes, absolutely. Caring Spirit lives in, is that Harrisburg, with access to Chattanooga, Harrison, as well as Cleveland, Tennessee. Okay, please Flyers, flyers, flyers. I'm trying to read. Oh, Ginger Girl said in StreamYard, I am to click echo cancellation and reduce mic background noise. I will do so, but believe me, that will take me quite a while to get that accomplished. So I'll have to do it for next time. But Ginger Girls, you're the best. Thank you so much. Hey, everyone, we are going to get off of here. Oh, look at Jen in Georgia. Amazing 4 months of support. You are all amazing and love our fam. I love our fam too. Bumper stickers. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. Absolutely. We need to make some bumper stickers. That is a great idea. Do you know when Alicia Navarro was missing? My mom and I were driving down the highway and a car went by with a huge sticker in the window about Alicia. And we both looked, we noticed it, we talked about her. So that is just an amazing idea. Car magnets too. Yes, we need to get on this. Great idea. Let's doing some. Yes, I have a flyer taped inside my windows as well. You can all, and someone just said that Gypsy has a flyer taped in her rear window. I have one of Summer and Sebastian inside my car windows in the back. You can also do that. Ooh, Woman's Warrior has a great idea. Buzz, could Sebastian's Army ask Amazon or any big delivery company to display Sebastian's images on the wrapping? I wonder how they do that. And I agree. We need to, you know what else? That's a great idea, and I will bring that forth. You all are amazing thinkers. I know. Tugs on heartstrings. I thought of that. Okay. This is a comment I want to get to before we continue talking about what we just were. Well, hold on that, Tugs. The milk carton comment. Yes, I think Eaton Pats was our first milk carton child. He's also the reason we have National Missing Children's Day on May 25th. It's in honor of Eaton Pats. And he was walking to school and he was kidnapped many decades ago. What I was also thinking about is not only milk cartons, you all, how about energy drinks and soda cans? You know, how about energy drinks and soda cans? If we can do it on milk cartons, we can do it on there in cereal boxes. You know how the kids sit and read. I don't know if they still do it, but my siblings and I used to sit and read the cereal boxes. Water bottles, yes. Yes. See, and cereal boxes. We need to get kids out there again because a lot of people don't have internet. A lot of people don't know YouTube has true crime. I didn't until Gabby Petito. And I talked with one of you about that last night on the phone. You know, we didn't know. We thought it was just music. You know, so great, great, great ideas. Oh, Gypsy says, I'm here with the Coke headquarters. Come on, Jen, let's be a pest. Yes, yes, please. Everyone drinks soda, right? Red Bull, our energy drinks, sodas, water bottles. Yes, that's make car magnets, bumper stickers. You all are Sebastian's Army, and this is why I so appreciate this chat. You're critical thinkers, and you truly are here to help. Starbucks, yes. Fast food places, yes. We can do that. We can get those up in all. Starbucks is a big one, right? Brianna's World said last week we put out 100 flyers here in Kentucky for Sebastian, because you never know when someone sees him. It could be in any state. And Brianna's World, and oh, darn it, Seth, if you're still in here, can you tell us what, if any information you have on the sighting in Kentucky, alleged sighting in Kentucky at the doctor's office yesterday? that you shared with us? I'm not sure if is stuff still in the house. Yeah, the business card Seth had was a great idea, and I loved it. Yes, thank you so much for doing that, Brianna's World. For those of you who did not hear, another thing that happened on the show yesterday, Seth's show, is that he shared with us that right before he went on, was a sighting of someone who believes they saw Sebastian in a doctor's office in Kentucky. Seth was going to be following up when he got off the live, and there was already well, it's not that he was waiting to follow up. He already had people there waiting to act, waiting to check it out. Okay. So I'm anxious to hear about that. Please say prayers if that was him, that we get to him. Okay. But I have more thank yous to say, and I want to say one thing: race cars. Yes, excellent. But I want to say when I'm going to cover that. You guys are amazing. There was something I wanted to say that someone had put out that I was highlighting, and I forgot to go on. Greyhound, Amtrak, absolutely. Hi, Justice Jane. Hi, Don Oswald. Someone had put something up, and I was starting to comment on it and said I'd get back to it. What was it? There was something someone said. I apologize to the person who said it because it was a wonderful. Seth, do we know if the posters or flyers are at all the Canadian borders to the U.S.? Good question. I know they're being watched, so I would assume so, or infer so. There was a comment I'm wanting to put up because Prayer Warrior, you didn't know there was true crime either. See? Hold on. Hi, Justice Jane. Hello, Gigi Dillagaff. One moment. I know I have some thank yous to say, but there was pizza boxes. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Oh, here's what this is going to kind of I'm going to before I read this comment, someone had mentioned, and this came up with me yesterday in Seth's live. Seth mentioned, oh, look at beautiful Summer. Hi, Summer. Yesterday in Seth's live, he mentioned that Sebastian used his phone as an alarm clock. And immediately I thought what many of you thought. Well, wait a minute. His phone was in the kitchen, KP said, on the island. But let's remember, Seth also said, I'm answering these questions for what occurs in my home. So in his home, Sebastian wakes up with an alarm. But from what KP says, in her home, the phone's on the island. Okay, just to clarify a little bit. And where's Summer and Sebastian? 1-800-TBI-FINE put, I believe Sebastian lived two different lives, one in Seth's home and another in Katie's home. Just my opinion. Yes, I think so too, in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion. Oh, Brianna's World did hear the woman speaking on seeing Sebastian here in Kentucky. Yeah, apparently she jumped into Justin's channel, is what I had heard. Lady Roses says, and thank you for the sweet donation. Race cars be perfect, especially the pace car. Absolutely. Unbelievable ideas, you all. Domino's and Little Caesars. Yes, yes. Okay, yes. They are not selling bracelets, Rachel. If you go to the website, the volunteer site, let me get my other phone. Pause for a second. Let me go get my other phone because I may have written it down there. One moment. They'll send you a bracelet. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see if I wrote it down. I'm pretty sure. Hold on one second. Mods, if you'll entertain everyone for a second, I want to check and see if I have it. I don't have it. Does anyone in the chat remember what the Gmail was to volunteer? Does anyone in the chat remember? Hey, YouTuber, how are ya? Hi, Rachel. Please let Seth know Otis and Hanscom in Massachusetts posted. I don't know what that means. Please let Seth know Otis AFB and Hanscom AFB in Mass posted. Rachel, could you explain that to me just a little bit what you mean? I'm happy to relay the message, but I'm not quite sure what you mean. Air Force Bases. Oh, yes. Oh, Otis Air Force Base. Okay. So it is posted at Otis Air Force Base. Okay. So Otis Air Force Base and Hanscom. I will send a message. I'll actually just put it on the community post like he asked. Actually, Rachel, he asked if people would comment on that community post and let them know where they have posted things. I'll do that unless you want to go ahead and do it. I don't know what part of Kentucky. I was not in that call. So whoever was in that call, do you know what part of Kentucky we're talking about? Oh, we are Sebastian's Army. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So it is we are Sebastian's Army at gmail.com. Yes, that is it, Prayer Warrior. Thank you. Let me put that up there. We are Sebastian's Army at gmail.com. And you can go there and let them know that you want to volunteer. And then also, it wants you to put in the comments under the post where you have posted things when you do it, or who you call. Okay. She didn't say what part of Kentucky. Thank you, Austin. I'm looking forward to hearing about it. That's interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, they jumped into another creator's channel yesterday. He let Seth know they're taking care of it. So I can't wait for us to hear about it, right? Hey, Show Poodles. Hi, ICU. Thank you so much for being here. Well, everyone, we are going to sign off for a while. Go eat some lunch, dinner, breakfast, wherever you're at. I appreciate all of you. I want to say some more thank yous in case I need to. If you, Lady Roses, said race cars, Whispering Winds, bumper stickers, thank you to both of you, by the way. Thank you so much, Whispering Winds. Jen in Georgia, thank you for your amazing 4 months of support. Along with Gypsy, 4 months of support. Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Gypsy, your great idea of challenging my students. Lady Rose's great idea of race cars. Mama, thank you for gifting a membership. If you received Mama's membership, please thank her. And thank you for growing our family. Lady Roses, thank you so much. Bring handsome Sebastian Rogers home. Amen. Holly, thank you for gifting memberships, growing our group. We meet Saturdays. I say 1 p.m. Eastern. That's what it was. Yesterday it was 1:30 p.m. Eastern, but we have a good time together. And if you receive any gift and memberships, please be sure and thank them. Also to Jules, to Kelly, if you received one of the 5 new memberships. Welcome in to our new member, learning about candles and melts. Come on, melt with me. Love it. You joined twice, my friend. Thank you. Bo says, thank you for all you do. You're welcome. And Bo, thank you for your support as a member. Appreciate it. Lady Roses, welcome in. Saturdays, Eastern time. NJ's, thank you. You're so kind and sweet and uplifting all the time. Thank you, Whispering Winds, for growing our family. Please thank Whispering Winds and NJ's. And we have Irony Rose here. Thank you for your support for 3 months. Who said Sebastian strong until he's home. Absolutely, we can't give up. And someone said to me yesterday, it could take 3, 4 years maybe. Hurts your heart to hear it, but we'll be here. I'll be here. I'm a truck driver. Thank you again, Raymond Thomas, for putting up flyers in the rest areas, or as you travel, you're going to in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. And if you would write down kind of like the marker of where you're putting them, we can report that to Seth too, so he knows what rest areas are covered. You all are amazing. Hot damn, welcome in. So good to have you and your sister, and thank you so much. Cheers. We'll have to have a glass of wine together sometime. Thank you so much, dear. And NJ's another membership gifted. We've really grown our membership today. Hit that thumbs up, please. Thank everyone. I thank everyone. You're amazing. Your ideas are amazing. I'm going to go brainstorm some of these and see what we can do. See what we can do for Sebastian, and what restaurants have placemats. Love wins. Excellent. They're on their paper tables. Yes. How about, oh goodness. Yes, that's a good one. Sorry, something just came to me, but it didn't make sense after I thought it through. I work at Ace, and I printed some out and put them in customers' bags for a few months. Oh, perfect pun, AKA Jenny Mount. That is amazing. That is so great. Wow. That is amazing. You're all an amazing, critically thinking, drama-free group who are here for the right reasons, and I truly appreciate that. Raymond, if you need flyers, go to the website that we just, that I didn't save just now. Let me put it back up, and you can ask them to help. Possibly, I don't know where they're getting their flyers, but if you go to, of course, I can't remember it. UPS trucks, yes. Is that topic not answered for a reason? What topic? If I haven't answered your question, the reason would be I haven't gotten to it yet, my dear. We are Sebastian's Army at gmail.com. Go there and let them know that you're putting out flyers, and see if they provide flyers. Okay. Or if they're passing. I know they send out bracelets. They said flyers. So we are Sebastian's Army. To my wonderful viewer who wanted bracelets for their children who are supporting Sebastian's search, if you go to wearesebastiansarmy@gmail.com and request it, they will send you bracelets free of charge and flyers. Okay, we got this. You're amazing. We're going to put ourselves into action here. I will let you know what I'm thinking, what I'm working on as I'm putting things into action. I will start with the Arizona numbers that Seth posted, as well as one little thing that's in the back of my head that I'm thinking about that I will share with you after I put it together and make some calls. So everyone, thank you so much for being Sebastian's Army. Seth, if you're still in here, keep your strength. You're doing an amazing job. So everyone needs a Seth Rogers if they are missing. Prayers up, everyone. I will see you this evening. We'll continue going over the emergency motion that's been approved. There will be an emergency hearing, and we will talk soon. Thank you so much, all of you, for choosing to spend some of your Sunday morning with me. Talk soon, my friends. Mods, you're amazing. Thank you again for all you're doing. Thank you so much.